You're tuned into Good Vibes right here on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Y'all know we have been going to restaurants lately. There is a new restaurant opening, a new culinary gem right in the heart of Atlanta called Auburn Angel. And we have the executive chef on this evening, Chef Robbie Pacheco. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, y'all have had a soft opening, friends, family. You've been in the kitchen cooking. What has been the experience so far?
It's been great. We've had some of the locals come in, a lot of friends coming in. Our grand opening is on the 19th, so we're just kind of gearing up and getting the last finishing touches done. So
No, that sounds exciting, especially being in an historic district. You are an Atlanta native, though. You're from Atlanta, right?
yeah, originally grew up in Roswell, so but I've been in and out of the Atlanta market for 25 years in the culinary scene. So yeah, Atlanta's home.
That's awesome. That's awesome. How has that inspired your cultural journey or your culinary journey, I should say, being from Atlanta? Because Atlanta has some good food. I'm from Texas, so I'm a little
Yeah.
partial, but Atlanta has some good food too.
Yeah, it's evolving, right? It's growing. Yeah, I've seen it go like just starting off as a young chef and kind of working my way up the ranks. Just, I've lived other places, so I've been able to experience a lot of other, cultural cuisines and just styles.
Hmm.
But, I always want to come back to Atlanta and kind of now that we have the guide here, it's like I want to be part of that moving the needle forward with the culinary scene, but it's definitely evolving and growing as of recently. So
Yes, it really is. How would you compare the food in Atlanta? Because I know you've traveled and you've lived in a lot of other places. How would you compare the food here to other places that you've lived?
I mean, we're definitely I think like I said, we're always evolving.
Hmm.
Like I like to look at this restaurant as sort of like, I guess, some of that New York edge with the Southern charm, you know what
I
I
like
mean?
I
I
like
mean,
that. Okay.
because we have a lot of that rock and roll attitude here. I mean, Asa and myself, we're very much kind of like not we don't like to follow the norm, you know. And I guess like I've traveled a lot, like, and a lot of my favorite places, New York, Chicago, LA. I mean, a lot of these places I've lived, I've visited. So I mean, we're definitely up there. We've got a great culinary scene, and I think now that, especially now with Michelin coming in, we're
Yes.
able to just like step it up, you know what I mean? And it's just gonna take a group of chefs to kind of just be like, yo, I'm not okay with this with the norm. I'm gonna kind of go outside the box and push ourselves, and we push each other. And that's kind of what I'm seeing as of now lately, you know?
Yeah, I love that. Push each other's better scene. Like you said, it's ever evolving, which is why I really love. How what started your cultural or what's I say, what started your passion for cooking here?
Honestly, I didn't have like I didn't I started off very young, right? So like 14, 15, just started off washing dishes, and I've really only done that my whole life, you know. So but I didn't really start it off as like something that I was super passionate about. I think it takes time for everybody to develop that. I was always creative, but no one in my family has like no one's really I guess maybe my grandma, has that culinary thumb. So it's like
Yes.
I kind of, I took after that, and I have a lot of Latin culture, and that's my background. My mother's from Puerto Rico,
That's
my
awesome.
my father's parents are from Mexico, so it's very much, I already traditionally we did a lot of cooking in the house, so it just kind of like fit with me, and then I just took it to like a more contemporary style and just learning that. And that's just kind of what I did. But I'd say about in my 20s, I really just started to fall in love with it. And it was like, this is what I want to do forever, you know?
I love it. It's a blessing to do what you love and what you want to do forever that you're actually doing it. So that's such a blessing that you're able to do that. You grew up with good food, so that's a mainstream right there. Growing up with good food
Yeah.
is amazing, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, always. Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the foundation, right? For anybody really who is just wanting to cook, you know? So, I mean, I was blessed to have a family that supported me like in my journey in the culinary, because they didn't really know what, they think of like chefs, they don't really think of, an artist, right? Or
Right,
something like
right.
that. So it's been it's been they always support me going to my restaurants. They'll come to this restaurant. I mean, they're super excited about, being having a son who's trying to bring awareness to a certain area of Atlanta and just kind of, bring awareness on a national scale for what we can do here in the city. So,
No, I love that. I love that because I think sometimes our parents are traditional. So like, if it's not a create 9 to 5, like it's like we're ready. Like, then what do you do again? Oh, I'm proud of you, but I want to know exactly how does this work.
exactly, exactly. Yeah, it's funny.
It
Yeah.
is funny, but it's good to have that support system. And then when they see you succeed, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're here, we're forward." But I love it. So
Hmm.
it's so important to have that. And you've had
Yeah.
some great experience. You've been at Portia's restaurant, Country
Hmm.
Club of South. Like you've got all this culinary experience. How are you bringing that to Auburn Angel?
I'm actually kind of going back to my roots, right? So I started off in very small restaurants and
Okay.
independently owned, and then I kind of, as my career grew and I grew and I gained more experience, I started to work in these larger operations that generated like massive amounts of revenue, which is great and it's a great experience, and I loved it, but it kind of gets you're relying more on people to do the work rather than yourself kind of being, back in it, right? So I'm kind of going all the way back to when I first started, and I'm more. It's a more controlled environment, which means
Hmm.
I can do more from a creative standpoint and culinary wise, which is fun for me because it's like I missed cooking, I missed being with
Yeah.
my team and like we're shoulder to shoulder mixing it up, sweating, like it's crazy. The
The
thrill of
grind.
service and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. The grind, right? And like, but that's what I love. And that's part of it. It's I think it goes full circle for any chef. I mean, if you really want to, if you love what you do, you're not
Hmm.
going to want to walk around with a clipboard and barking orders. You want to have fun and cook because that's why we do it in the first place. So
I love that. I'm excited about Auburn Angel. I feel like y'all are having fun as chefs. Y'all are having fun in the kitchen. That means actually that vibe is gonna come out when we're served. So I'm excited, y'all. Keep it locked right here. It's good vibes with Miss Eclectic. We've got executive chef Robbie Pacheco from Auburn Angel. You're tuned in to Good Vibes with Miss Eclectic right here on News and Talk 1380 WAOK. Y'all, there is a new culinary gem right in the heart of Atlanta, Auburn Angel. We have executive chef Robbie Pacheco on with us. So your big grand opening is next Friday, April 19th. What can we expect?
Well, I mean, we're doing a ribbon cutting, maybe some
Yes.
fireworks, a marching band. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Asa and my partner, he's super excited about this, making a big splash, and we're it's like one come, one all, or one all, we want everybody to come, right? I mean,
Yes.
there's no. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have some champagne toast, some wine, some hors d'oeuvres. It's going to be definitely an event. So you can
This is,
definitely experience.
yes. I'm excited
Yeah.
about it. I mean, this is in the heart of Auburn Avenue. That's exciting right there, being in the historic district. Dr. Martin Luther King, so much history is right here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the
Yes.
history is in the building as well. I mean,
Yes.
you can like when you come in, I mean, this has always been a restaurant, right? So, I mean, I think from the 40s and 50s, I mean, it's only been a restaurant. So, I mean, it's
Wow.
crazy that I mean, you don't find a lot of brick and mortars that have only been restaurants. And we have original walls exposed.
Oh, that is awesome.
We have the original smoker, I mean, it's amazing. It's definitely something to see.
This is awesome. So it's not just going to be an elevated cuisine experience. It's going to be an all around experience. So definitely looking forward to this. Tell people how they can come, how we make reservations. Is this good for a date night or should we bring a group of friends? Like give us the inside
Yeah,
information.
yeah. So you can definitely this is definitely a date night spot.
Okay.
But it's also we can accommodate larger parties. So if you want to come with your friends, have an event, we'll be able to book like the patio. We have a little separate private dining area up top, which you can book out. We have reservations online. We kind of like to keep it a little secret, so we're not on
Okay.
open table or anything like that. It's kind of we kind of like want to have some mystery to it. So but book online, you just go on the website. It's auburnangel.com and there's reservations like right the first page and you can reserve your table and we're open 6 days a week. So
I love it. So it's going to be an exclusive experience. What can we expect on the menu? Because I know it's going to be an ever changing menu. So I love that concept. What can we
y-
expect on opening night or like the first week or two?
Yeah, first week, we got some gems on there. I'm really like I said, I am gonna change the menu quite often. But we use local purveyors.
Mm,
We got a lot of lamb, we got some lamb loin on there, striped bass, beef tartare. I mean, it's definitely an elevated menu, but like if you're not I mean, I don't want to make it so that people are scared of the menu, right? I mean, we
right.
have our service staff is very knowledgeable, so they'll be able to explain to you what's on the menu and like what types of dishes that you might want to try, and it's really kind of an like I mean, it's not an educational thing, but I mean, if you're adventurous and you want to try something different, this is definitely the spot for you.
This is good. So before we go, good vibes, we like to create a good vibe. Give us something. If we're coming in for the first time we're a date, what should we pair? What's a good drink and good food that we should pair together?
So the drink menu is kind of it's to be determined at this point. I do have something Ty our he would be our bar manager and he's
Mm-hmm.
kind of putting that together right now. But I mean, we have a lot of starters. I mean, if you're we have some vegetarian options as well. I just wanted to point that out.
That's good to
But
know.
yeah, the beetroot tart with goat cheese mousse and beetroot powder is really great. The lamb neck, it comes on like a buttered country loaf that we actually make
Oh
the
my
bread in
gosh.
house. We got an awesome pastry chef.
Oh
Um,
yes.
I mean, it's got a confit garlic, honey, crispy leeks, and it's topped with pecorino romano cheese. So I mean, it really is. I mean, it's hard to explain it. You get or you just got to come in and try it.
Well, listen, I'm coming in to experience it. Okay, I will be.
Okay, great.
I'm coming in to experience Auburn Angel. Chef Robbie, thank you so much for coming on. Good vibes. We appreciate you. I know there's going to be good vibes on that night and beyond, with it being in the historic district and everything that Auburn Angel represents. So thank you so much. I appreciate you.
For sure. Thank you. I
And
appreciate it.
absolutely, tell everybody how to follow you and how to follow the restaurant and how we can support.
So yeah, I mean our IG is Auburn Angel and then mine is Chef Robbie Pacheco. And just drop me a line I mean, I'm always open to catering other people, like, whatever experience they want to do. Like I love to create stuff on the spot. So if you come in and you know, you want to try something and I'm able to do it, I'll do it for you. So
Don't threaten me with a good time. Listen, you like to create a good vibe. Okay.
awesome. All right, great.
I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Okay.
you.